Good morning, welcome to 108 Gate, where we are looking to do the Libra reading. Librans, good morning, good afternoon, hope you're well. A sensation of looking left, looking right, looking left, looking right, checking before you step forward, but not actually stepping forward, just checking left, checking right, checking left, checking right. So as you are the scales and you want to balance those scales out, the balancing of the scales process isn't actually happening as of yet, because there's something you're checking out, pros and cons, good, bad, in, out, yes, no, stop, start kind of vibe. Right, let's get a longevity, plan for and take the dedicated path. This is coming up with quite a few. So for you though, it's coming up in a there's some things that you're weighing up. Do I go ahead with this or not? So you may be at a point at which you're starting something new, or you've been with something, a project or something like that, in a relationship, whatever it is, for some time now, and you've come to a crossroad, or you've come to a point where you need to assess, do I continue with this? Do I actually have something worthwhile continuing with in this space, in this realm, in this project, or in this relationship, whatever it is? And you're assessing that. I'm not quite sure what's going on with the assessment process. So resignation, say goodbye to what you no longer need. There you go. So really having a deep dive and look at, should I be doing this or not? Can I be bothered to continue with this? I'm not getting the fruits. I'm not getting the rewards or the benefits of all this work I'm putting in. So why am I bothering even putting any more into this? Let's see. Maybe that's a good point to be at. Are you looking at it in the correct way? Are you actually giving up on something just before it's worth you being involved? Or let's have a look. Compassion, tread a little more tenderly. Right, I think we've got enough of those. It's very equal. You've got, so when you're trying to do your analysis, your pros and cons and stuff, you've got just as much pro as cons, you've got just as much pros as cons. So it's even the process of assessment, you're coming out with a balanced outlook. You're not actually finding the decision, because everything keeps balancing up. So should I stop or start? You've got enough on the start side and enough on the stop side. So it keeps balancing it out, leaving you in this limbo. This is feeling like limbo. It's not actually feeling like a conclusion, which is what you're trying to get to. Is feeling like you're in limbo. Right, so Page of Wands. This is feeling like a few things may need to be tweaked for you to actually get to that conclusion of doing the correct thing, as opposed to just throwing the baby out of the bathwater, demolishing everything. There may be some small tweaks that are required to get things moving, or for you to find that resolution, find that, find out what actually is not worth your while. With that, you've got the Three of Coins. Have a look at what you're investing in. Who are you investing in? Are there some things around you that you know for sure that this has not been a good decision to invest in? It has not been a good space to invest in, but you did it anyway, and then now you're getting frustrated possibly at there not being no signs of a reward from this. There's no benefit from it, and then you're still continuing to go that direction. Then what do we expect? But the tweaks aren't necessarily for something to start moving in, yes, just keep going. The tweaks are what are required so you have a different perspective. So if you think of a camera lens and the the vision from the lens is a bit blurred. You can't see clearly. You're not getting a clear image. You're not getting. It's not just the background blurry and the foreground is clear. It's that the whole image is blurry and you can't even make out what it is. So you're having to adjust the camera lens to actually get a useful image. So keep tweaking, keep tweaking, keep tweaking to get that clear image of what actually is your conclusive direction. What actually are you wanting to do? As you tweak that, then you're going to know exactly where to go forward. But you've got to do the tweaking. So interesting. 5 of Wands. The conflict is not seen, not understanding the value of something. So you're investing. Why did you invest in the first place? Ask yourself some questions. Why did you invest in the first place? Was it something from your heart? Was it because someone else said do it? Was it because it was a means to an end? Was it just because that was the only thing available at the time? What was your reason for investing in this particular thing? We're going to get masculine cards now to kind of bring some practical aspect to it. So here we go, King of Coins. You need to, okay, interesting twist of the plot. So you think you're investing something, you think you're investing more than your fair share, and you should be getting some dividends, you should be getting some compound interest, you should be getting some results and something coming back for you in return. The thing that you need to focus on is, could you be investing more? So what I mean by that is, if you're putting 2 hours into a course, or you're putting 2 hours into fitness a month, and you're expecting to be like ripped and healthy, healthier than you are, but you require at this stage 10 hours or 15 hours of exercise per month, and you're not actually investing the correct amount, but expecting the outcome of if you had exercise for 10 hours, the equation is off. This is where the tweaking needs to come in. This is where you need to understand where you need to actually be investing more. By the looks of it, you're not actually fully invested. You think you are, you feel you are, but you might need to have a look at that. 1 + 1 = 2. It can't equal 20. So you need to put in 10 + 10 to equal 20. You need to actually increase your investment in some things. So this is why it makes sense now as to why you're doing the pros and cons. It's like, I'm not even getting anything out of this. It's because you haven't invested enough in. Make sure it's the correct thing for you first. So plan for a dedicated path. Say goodbye to what you don't need. Have compassionate approach to this, and when you do that, you're going to see that actually I haven't been investing enough in those particular things that you actually know you want to do. So if you've been putting your attention to, I don't know, just as an example, I'm not pointing fingers, gaming, or unless gaming is useful for you, or you've basically been unproductive, you're doing something that's unproductive, it's not worth your while, you're watching the most crappiest show, you're getting no benefit from it, and you always come out of it feeling like, why did I even waste my time watching that kind of vibe? You're not investing in the correct direction, in the correct way. So next, Page of Wands. So again, you've got to start investing in the correct direction, in the correct actions, changing your actions to make them worthwhile. 3 of Coins, make your actions. The Page of Wands, new actions. Start putting in more attention to your actions. What are you actually doing to get the correct outcome for you? So then, 3 of Wands, excellent. So as you do this process, if you feeling some vibe here of something's twigging, listen to it again carefully, and when you need to, pause it and just have a think, really have a ponder, because there's a lot here cognitively for you to shuffle around and actually become a winning part of it, instead of a on the fence and not knowing where to go. So from this conflict, if you go through this process, this conflict becomes reduce that part that's not required. Say goodbye to what you don't need. You don't need this one, so get rid of that. Then you've got the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is more to do with looking out and knowing where you're heading, knowing where you're going. Your options are a bit clearer. Looking out to the horizon, looking out to where should I be going, what should I be doing. But it's more focused and it's more balanced in the terms of, do I go ahead with this or not? The Three of Wands then becomes a clearer image because you've got rid of two conflicting wands. Very interesting vibe here, and I hope that helped. Hope you enjoyed the reading. See you soon. We've got the daily readings and short guided meditations. Check those out. For now, see you soon. This is your November reading, Libra. Peace and love.